Express, we're looking at Chris Jones. Point guard had a huge outing last time they were out, 16.9 points per game. And then Kevin Ware for the London Lightning, looking like he's going to be a star tonight. London wins the tip-off. This is Capers. Lightning working around the perimeter. Phillips takes the three and good. They're still hot.
It's still hot, Chris, and that's very big because you've got DeAndre Thomas now in the starting lineup for Windsor. You want to draw him out onto the perimeter.
Juan Patillo just passes it into the behind of Marcus Capers. That's going to be a foul on Wormley.
I believe we just said turnovers, Chris.
Starting lineup for tonight's game for the London Lightning, we're looking at Maurice Bolden, Marvin Phillips, Marcus Capers, Garrett Williamson, Kevin Ware Jr. For the Windsor Express, DeAndre Thomas, Juan Patillo, Ryan Anderson, Terrell Tate, and Horace Wormley. That three-point attempt, no good, and back the other way are the Express. This is the former Bolt, Ryan Anderson. Key figure in the last showdown between these two teams. Down low to DeAndre Thomas. Help comes from Williamson. That means there's an open man. Patillo tries to dribble it out. Capers picked off. Lightning back the other way. Williamson straight in and one. Garrett Williamson.
London just on a roll, continuing the momentum, getting in the passing lane. I believe we just talked about limiting turnovers. That's 2 turnovers already for Windsor in their first few possessions. Marcus Capers getting active in the passing lanes.
Anytime you have more turnovers than you have minutes into a game, it's going to be a problem for a team. Windsor Express 2 already. 6-0 Lightning. Windsor looking to get on the board for the first time today. This is Horace Wormley. Over to Anderson. Thinks about the three. Decides against it. Yeah, you got to cover him all the way back here. He made a half-court shot last game. Anderson. Tipped by Marvin Phillips. Back the other way. Mo Bolden. Pull-up three. No good. Garrett Williamson collects.
Great board by Garrett Williamson.
Williamson backing down the smaller Wormley. Kicks out to Phillips. Pump fake. Gets Thomas jumping and slam. Marvin Phillips.
Marvin Phillips, early timeout for Windsor. Absolutely necessary. Absolutely necessary.
Coming out of the timeout. Let's see if Windsor can get on the board. Wormley loses his dribble very deep. Anderson almost picked off by Ware. Stolen. Garrett Williamson back the other way. Another Windsor turnover. Williamson can't finish, but Capers gets the putback.
Wow. What a safety making the interception. Garrett Williamson, that cross-court pass is always risky, especially when you float it.
Read the quarterback's eyes the whole way.
Again.
Another one. Capers over to Williamson. Back to Capers. Goes up with it. Fouled and one. Marcus Capers. You can call timeout. You can even give them a night in between games. They're still hot.
Unbelievable. The aggressiveness. One thing you're noticing here early on, Chris, those turnovers are caused by traps where you're basically using the half-court line as an out of bounds, forcing Windsor into very tough kind of pressure release passes that London is just sniping out midair.
And we're seeing London play a lot like they did against KW, where they were very opportunistic defensively and then able to finish in tight at the rim.
I mean, look where some of this offense is starting for Windsor.
Down low to DeAndre Thomas. Double team comes. Blocked. Anderson recovers. He's going to get fouled there by Marvin Phillips. He's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
Very necessary free throws here for Windsor.
Just get on the board.
Get on the board. Try to stem this. Kind of cool the temperature of this game down because London is running.
And again, you think about how this game's gone. That's the Ryan Anderson puts up the first point for the Windsor Express. Express more turnovers than points and minutes in the game still.
You couldn't have drawn up a better start for London.
Capers taking the ball across half court. Over to Ware. Ware swarmed by DeAndre Thomas. Phillips back to Ware. Kicks it around. Mo Bolden, three. Good!
This is unbelievable. This London Lightning team, Kevin Ware slithering his way out of the trap. Beautiful pass back and passing up a good shot for a great shot for Mo Bolden. Wow.
Terrell Tate now with the ball. Could he get something going for the Express? Tate taking his time. It looks like they want to get Patillo down low.
A lot of standing around on offense by Windsor, Chris.
You know, Garrett Williamson defensively, basically anytime Windsor's tried to go down low, Williamson's brought the help no matter which side he has to go to.
It says guard on his position. It might as well say free safety.
Patillo again starting from very deep. Backs down Williamson, gets inside Bolden with the help this time. Picked off again by Capers, another turnover. Phillips to Ware, slam!
Wow, aggressive defense. This is a remarkable defensive possession or performance so far for London.
At any point in the game, an 18-2 run would be impressive. To start the game, even more so. London back the other way. This is Ware. Crosses over Anderson. Kicks outside to Bolden. Mismatch here if Bolden wants to take it. Pass almost picked off. Ware gets it. Williamson now. Corner, 3. Capers, no good. It was only 1 on the shot clock. That's going to go out of bounds off of Bolden.
That was the first non-perfect possession for London so far. Windsor locked in there, but
I believe it's only London's second miss.
Yeah, they're going to need more possessions, more stops like that, Windsor, to get back into this.
Tate unable to get the floater to go. That'll go out of bounds off of London. Windsor maintains possession. Couple thousand referees in the building. Didn't love that one.
Again, gotta love it. The upper deck open tonight, Chris. We've seen these London crowds with that upper deck open. Just an extra.
Oh, Ware almost
energy.
picked that one off. Anderson 3 front of the rim, no good. Here's Mo Bolden. Spins, swatted away by Patillo. Good defensive play, but the Express can't capitalize. Bolden 3, good.
It's all coming up London. This is unbelievable. They can't miss, Chris.
21 points in just under 5 minutes of basketball. Anderson around corner 3 to Tate. Fakes it. Cuts inside. Capers defending tightly. Tate can't make the shot. Williamson the rebound. Mo Bolden now. Pull up 3. Good! Are you kidding me?
Oh my goodness. What a heat check. Like, oh, Bolden, the pull-up 3.
Might be the best start I think I've seen the Lightning ever have.
We've seen some great London teams. This, though, wow.
Wormley, jumper, that's going to be a 2. No good. DeAndre Thomas gets the rebound. Bullies his way. No good. Williamson, another defensive rebound. Back the other way is Ware. He's going to let the offense get in front of him. Bolden cuts around Patillo.
Oh.
Kick out to Phillips. That's going to be a foul on DeAndre Thomas. Sent Mo Bolden flying.
That was a statement foul, Chris. There looked like a little bit extra on that. Mo Bolden down on the ground.
Gotta think that's a bit of a frustration foul.
Absolutely a frustration foul. No, these guys are proud professionals. You're not going to be accepting down 22 in the first part of the game here, Chris.
Again, only 5.5 minutes into the first quarter, 24-2. Marvin Phillips going to take a breather. AJ Gaines, the star of last night's game, on the court. Kevin Ware continues to pile on, 27-2.
Jordan Shrug. This is incredible to see.
Also onto the court, Chris Jones for the Express. He's going to pull up. No good. Kevin Ware now back the other way. Williamson.
What a pass.
Easy layup. Good.
Marcus Capers, a gorgeous feed.
That's 29 points in 6 minutes now. Wormley. Down low to Patillo again, starting pretty far out for Patillo. Settles for the jumper. That won't go. Williamson back the other way. Here's Mo Bolden again. Thought about that 3.
He really did.
Instead. Ware's going to reset the offense.
Smart play. Give Bolden the ball.
Williamson fakes around Jones. Another layup. Garrett Williamson, vintage.
Garrett Williamson, maybe been a little quiet these past few games. Huge play by Garrett Williamson there early on has been a key factor.
Garrett's always been one of those guys. He only scores when he needs to, and the way the Lightning have played, haven't had to need him very often. Chris Jones. really kept Windsor in that game on Thursday. No good. Capers back the other way. Deep pass. Kevin Ware misses the layup, was expecting contact. Gaines almost picked that off. Three-pointer here from Jones. That's good. Finally something for the Windsor Express.
I've never seen a more needed three in my life, Chris, if you're Windsor.
Oh, and Ware, another tough one with contact and one opportunity for the Lightning. We'll see how many fouls that is on DeAndre Thomas.
Great aggressive take by Kevin Ware. Wow, what a onslaught early on here, Chris. 33 with almost essentially 5 minutes to go.
And Ware makes the free throw. 29-point lead for the Lightning in the first quarter. Jones just stopped by A.J. Gaines. And that'll send Jones to the line.
Again, you mentioned it, Chris. Jones really helped Windsor through some of those lulls and almost helped them pull out a game here. They're going to need that and even more, perhaps, in this game to come back. I said it in the previous game. I'll say it again, though. Windsor can shoot the deep ball. That gives you a chance in any game. They just got to collect themselves, try to cut this into, I can't believe I'm saying this in the first quarter, cut it into, try to limit it to maybe 10 going to the half. I don't know, but this is a heck of a challenge. You just got to try to put together stops. You got to think of it in chunks, Chris, and yeah, you got to put together stops if you're Windsor here. Maybe 3 in a row should be a goal that you're looking for.
Jones makes both his free throws. Again, Jones in that last meeting, Express kept in touch with the London Lightning, mostly because of Jones shooting in the third quarter. Moon, corner of the key jumper, it's good. As is to be expected of the Lightning in this quarter. Otley. Over to Griffiths, he's going to take the three, no good. Kevin Ware with the aggressive rebound there. Ware, full speed ahead, goes up with it, no good, and the Express recover.
One with a swagger right now. I know he missed that layup, but wow.
Jones working on Ware. Ware plays good defense. Jones can't make it. Kirk Williams Jr. keeps it in. Ware over to Moon. Moon, great crossover, jumper, no good. Gaines recovers, finishes.
A.J. Gaines, the star of last game against KW, his first points of the game.
Gaines 32 points and probably the Twitter highlight of the year with that slam dunk. Warmly, jumper no good. Bolden with the rebound. Bolden just takes it straight at Patillo, no good.
Didn't get the call, but I like the aggressiveness, Chris.
Warmly, down low to Otley. Otley had more space than I think he knew what to do with in that case.
Yeah, he was expecting a defender there. He just had to go straight up with that. But when you've got a team in London that's buzzing, that could have been an easy two, Chris. That's what happens when you see Garrett Williamson flying around the court, Marcus Capers flying around the court. You get that little almost spidey sense in the back of your head that I might get swatted here.
So Otley with the free throws. Misses the second. Warmly to Otley. Otley trying to make do. Back up with it, gets two. 38-10, 3:09 to play here in the first quarter. Moon. Over to Gaines. He was making this shot last night, no good tonight. Griffiths back down the floor for the Express. Working on Kirk Williams Jr. Back over to Otley. Otley tries to spin off Gaines. Gaines read it, though. Jones now. Pulls it back outside. 8 on the shot clock. Jones working on Moon. Goes up with it. Almost swatted, but finishes. Got just enough height on that.
Letting the crowd know, too. That was a nice play. They need more of that.
Bolden early shot clock jumper. No good. Don't believe Coach Etherington loved that. Deep three-pointer from Jones. Good. Again, he is not the guy you want to let get hot for the Express.
Absolutely not. Chris Jones sensing the gravity of the moment here. Putting up some big points. Very microwave-ish.
Again, heats up quick. Here's Mo Bolden. Over to Gaines. Back down low to Bolden. Lightning clear out. Williams Jr. 3, no good. And that's going to be a foul on Wormley down low.
Yeah, Wormley trying to take on the bigger man and box out. Unfortunately, fouling Gaines.
Substitutions, one. Patillo going to take a breather. Ty Walker into the game. Mo Bolden also taking a seat. Rudolph Jolie into the game.
Good round of applause for Bolden there. Again, keep some A5, 3-5 on that hand. Keep it warm. The man has been hot so far in this game.
Moon over to Williams Jr. Lightning working around the perimeter. Moon to Williams Jr. Tries to do a shovel pass to Jolie. No good. Griffiths now. Inside, Otley Jr. Tried to feed it to Walker. Walker, I don't think, was ready for it. That's going to go out of bounds off of Gaines.
I like the attempt to be unselfish there, but Windsor, when you're down, you just got to start putting buckets on the board.
Again, that's what you get a guy like Chris Jones to do.
Absolutely, and he was calling for that ball coming up the floor. He should be touching it every single possession, Chris.
Griffiths, the corner 3, no good. Chris Jones, of all guys, ends up coming up with it.
It's like, if you're not going to give it to me on a pass, I'm going to touch the ball in this possession. I'm going to go get a rebound.
So Chris Jones is going to find himself at the free throw line. Makes the first.
Again, Chris, a few stops there by Windsor. That's what you have to do. It's a long game. That's what you have to do to get yourself back into it.
Jones makes them both. A bit of a run here for the Express, slowly closing that gap. Here's Alex Johnson, 3, no good, front of the rim. Jolie, great hustle to keep that rebound, but loses it. Otley back the other way. 2-on-1 play. Otley just goes up with it, can't finish. Back the other way. This is Johnson again. Lobs for Gaines! Are you kidding me?
A.J. Gaines.
Another
Wow.
highlight. Wormley creates a bit of separation, can't do anything with it. Long cross-court pass to Griffiths. Pull-up jumper. Good.
Big shot after such momentum play by A.J. Gaines. Griffiths showing up with a big jumper.
Johnson over to Williams Jr. Inside to Jolie. Jolie finishes.
Love that. We've got all this flash and dash basketball, little big man action down there. Jolie with the nice feet work, Chris.
Canadian big man has really earned a lot of minutes in this rotation after a bit of a slow start to his tenure with the Lightning. Jones setting up for what likely is the final shot of the quarter. Tries to dish it, no good. Here's Moon back the other way. 6 seconds left in the quarter. Moon to Gaines, slam! Ish.
Look at him. Look at the energy here. I don't think I've seen a more dominant quarter. I don't think I've seen a more dominant quarter watching the London Lightning, Chris. That was incredible, and I was
19 points.
unbelievable. Oh, nobody checked him.
Quick 3 for Jones. I don't think London was quite ready at the start of the quarter there.
Fell asleep.
Here's Moon. Covered by Otley, over to Williams Jr. Lightning work it down low to Jolie. Great spin move on Walker. Can't finish.
All Swedish, no finish. It looked great with that spin move, Chris.
This is Ryan Anderson. Double teamed. Great passing from the Express. Opens up Otley, but he can't finish. That's going to be a foul on Jolie with a little bit of a push in the back.
Again, Ryan Anderson, a guy who was so huge this game. I don't think he can wait to the fourth quarter this time, Chris.
So Anthony Otley going to go to the free throw line. And again, Jolie, you don't really want him getting fouls because you know you're going to need him when Thomas comes back into the game.
Listen, some big man is going to get some fouls playing DeAndre Thomas. It's just a fact of life. He plays such a physical game. You definitely don't want to have to rely on Marvin Phillips to keep himself out of foul trouble. Jolie can play a big part in that by maintaining his discipline defensively.
And we were wondering how many fouls Thomas had in that first quarter. Only 2 on Thomas, so they were just saving him to be safe. Jolie inside, no luck. Swarmed by black jerseys. Nothing happening. Ryan Anderson back the other way. Fakes the pull-up. Can't get the shot to go. I thought Kirk Williams Jr. did a great job avoiding contact.
I did too, Chris. Again, the referee is right there. He's going to have the better view than our vantage point. Our vantage point very similar to the camera you're going to see here. Looked like he avoided it, but referee's saying he got Ryan Anderson's arm. And you know what? When you're a shooter like Ryan Anderson, if you got hit in the arm, you know you got hit in the arm.
So Anderson's going to go to the line for 3 here.
And he it was a little slower game for him early on, and then obviously he made some incredible plays to get it to overtime. I don't think they have that type of luxury for him to be taking his time making an impact on the game, Chris.
Anderson misses his second, and really it was Anderson's three-pointer near the end, from about half court near the end of the game on Thursday night that sent the game to overtime. It was 100% that shot.
Yeah, that was how deep that shot was, Chris. Unbelievable. They need him big now.
Literally standing on the lightning bolt at center court, drilled it, sent the game to OT. But again, didn't do much until later, and as you mentioned, they need him now. Gaines, 3!
AJ Gaines has developed a very consistent three-point shot. What an added dimension that would be to this Lightning offense.
Well, we already talked about how explosive Gaines is whenever he's in transition. We talk about how much height he gets on his mid-range jumper. If he can extend that shot, I don't know where you block him from.
Absolutely, and you know, if he's able to start hitting the 3, that allows him to maybe develop his dribble drive game, because guys have to respect that. And then with that type of speed and athleticism, getting to the rim, that's a dangerous combo.
Alex Johnson, he didn't really do anything to force Jones out of bounds, so Jones out of bounds, London ball. Moon with the ball. Oh, working on Ryan Anderson. Anderson, a very good defender, but Moon's made him turn his body a couple of times. Gaines, 3, good!
Now, listen, AJ Gaines, the development of his three-pointer went from just being a catch and shoot. That was an off-the-dribble 3.
I think what really changed for London is they switched from Gatorade to Michael Jordan's secret stuff, and I think that's really helped them.
That's Coach Etherington with a very revolutionary strategy there.
Alex Johnson.
Shout out to the team nutritionist.
Over to Gaines, over to Moon. Lightning just working the ball around, looking for an opening. Johnson tries to make his own. Griffiths fouls.
Enjoy some mouth-watering barbecue.
50 to 25, 9:55 to play.
Yeah, I just wanted to add, Chris, you know, we've talked, I personally have talked a lot about Mo Bolden's evolution. I see a very similar potential from AJ Gaines as Superman Johnson hits a 3. I see that type of potential at AJ Gaines, and even Superman Johnson showing a little bit more offensive polish these days.
Again, the Lightning very aggressively defending the perimeter. Griffiths, the 3, nails it.
He's been big in this game. Again, Windsor's going to need a lot more of that. But it starts on this end for Windsor, Chris.
Here's Xavier Moon. Over to Gaines. He's thinking about it.
Yeah, he really is.
Kirk Williams Jr. works around a Phillips screen. Tries to dribble through the Express offense. No good. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Williams Jr. not able to get that in time.
I mean, of course
naturally
he made
would have gone in, but
of course he made it, but yeah, too late. Good defensive pressure. That's what Windsor needs. They were aggressive, covered. They were communicating on defense. That pick and roll with Marvin Phillips and Kirk Williams forced a play that London really had to scramble at the end because of it.
Nice bit of applause for Gaines. He checks out. Garrett Williamson into the game. Anderson. They're going to say there's a foul on the floor there. Anderson was just trying to split 2 defenders.
Listen, London, that was a trap on Anderson, doubling on the catch. I mean, they're doing it with like missile strike efficiency and speed. Windsor doesn't even have time to make a reaction.
Griffiths. Over to Otley. Pump fakes, drives, spins. Nothing going, but gets the finish at the rim.
Very tough finish.
23-point game now. Kirk Williams Jr. Almost dropped by Phillips. Johnson collects. Johnson gets past Otley, lays it up, no good. And that's going to be out of bounds off of the Lightning. Windsor gets the ball back.
Again, big stop from Windsor. You got to start adding those up. But just the difference in how the points are coming, Chris, from London, it feels like Windsor's are just labored points at this point to keep pace. London, there's an efficiency to how they're shooting it.
Kirk Williams Jr. taking a breather. Marcus Capers into the game. 8:22 to play here in the second. Anderson backing down Moon. Makes a pass. I think he should have taken the shot. Jones, the three. He'll take it.
Listen, you're going to leave a man open, if it's Chris Jones, that's a fine play. Wow, do they need those two to come up right now.
Johnson. Over to Moon. Working on Otley. Gets it.
Xavier Moon, I've mentioned, Chris, that his game has really improved his ability to know where to make offensive plays and look for his own shot.
And again, that game against the Windsor Express on Thursday was his first game back from injury. He's put up 2 great efforts since. Moon. Can't get the lay-in to go. Walker can't haul in the rebound. Lightning maintain possession.
Again, I like how he's picking his spots. He wasn't able to make the layup there, though. I think he's been unlocked a little bit more as a shot creator now, Chris, and definitely doing some big things for his game.
Kevin Ware into the game. Alex Johnson taking a breather.
Kevin Ware, almost all the Lightning had great starts there. Kevin Ware, another one of those players with a great start.
You know, London's been really using their depth of late. Capers. Over to Phillips. He takes the three, no good. Back the other way is Ryan Anderson. Anderson and Walker on the fast break. Walker up with it, fouled, no good, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Didn't allow an easy bucket there, Chris.
And Ty Walker, a big man, make him earn it from the line. Two shots for Walker here, 55-33. Connects on the first. Can't make the second, but Anderson gets the ball. Goes to the corner, takes the three, no good. Lightning just knock it back out, but Windsor recovers. Anderson, another three, no good. And unfortunately, that's going to go out of bounds off Marcus Capers. So the Windsor Express are going to get a 4th crack at this.
Absolutely. Not normally miss 2 threes in a row there.
And as soon as London has some troubles rebounding, Mo Bolden back into the game.
Absolutely.
Xavier Moon going to take a breather. Capers gets a hand on that. That just goes out of bounds harmlessly.
What a surprise. Marcus Capers getting a hand on the ball.
Again, got to see the turnover stat at halftime, but quite a few from Windsor, including 5 in the first couple of minutes. Anderson goes up with the ball, can't finish. Walker gets the rebound, has it stripped. Phillips just turns the ball right back over, unfortunately. Griffiths gets the ball for Windsor. Patillo to Anderson, corner three, good!
He's not going to keep missing 3-pointers, Chris. Ryan Anderson, a big 3. London getting a little ahead of
Capers quickly advances to half court. Jones almost gets a hand on it. This is Ware. He's going to take the three, no good. And Ware's going to commit a foul, trying to scramble for the ball.
You like the energy, but maybe make more of an effort getting back defensively there rather than the opportunistic attempt at those offensive rebounds.
Jones dribbles through the Lightning offense, finds Walker. Bolden and Phillips harass him enough that Walker travels.
Yeah, I'd have to see a replay, Chris. Wasn't necessarily sure what the footwork was like down there, but London again swarming on the big men by Windsor.
Capers. Down low to Bolden, wide open finish.
There was some miscommunication down low on the weak side that opened that up for, of all people, Mo Bolden.
Anderson over to Walker. Back to Anderson. Tried to find a cutting Patillo as Ware pulls a great move there. Walker forced to just foul him. Another turnover for the Express.
That would have been off to the races, Chris.
Griffiths is going to take a breather here. Terrell Tate back into the game.
He's made a decent dent for Windsor, Griffiths. But, wow, do they need more.
Capers. Over to Williamson. This is a big lineup for Windsor. Ware. Over to Capers. Back to Phillips. He's open. Opts against it. Goes up to the rim. 2 on the shot clock. No good. Back the other way are the Express. Chris Jones. Speeds it up. Looks to get in. Gets in. Can't finish, though. Ty Walker, the putback, and that time it's good on the second opportunity.
Great plays by Ty Walker. Chris Jones aggressively slicing through the lane. Walker not expecting it to go in. Making the great tip.
It's starting to look like there was a lid on the Windsor basket there.
It really was.
Williamson tries to go down low to Capers. Anderson defends it well. Ends up with the ball.
What a smart play to give it back. He was on his own rear end and, couldn't make a play.
Patillo goes up with it, finishes.
Windsor picking up the pace here on their own end in transition, and it's making a dent into this lead, Chris.
Here's Kevin Ware. Over to Williamson, backing down Anderson. You had to know Anderson was kind of thinking that move from maybe back in practice last season.
I was going to say he's probably seen a Garrett Williamson post up once or twice and knows a bit of his MO. Maybe has a bit of a scouting report on it.
Martin Phelps going to take a breather. Kirk Williams Jr. back into the game. 57-41 Lightning over the Windsor Express. 4:45 to play. 14 on the shot clock after the out of bounds. Or pardon me, the foul. That's going to be Mo Bolden. Down low, Kirk Williams Jr. did a nice job getting open. Covered well by Walker. Both players go down to the floor. Bolden attacks the rim and in.
Mo Bolden, an aggressive play, really almost a bailout. That possession really didn't have much going for it.
Chris Jones quickly up the floor. Mo Bolden, hard foul there to make sure he doesn't score.
Very hard foul. Again, nothing malicious, just trying to make a play on the ball and make sure it didn't go in. Chris Jones, though, I think his mentality is so key for this Windsor team. His aggressiveness, and it's kind of like, come on, boys, follow me. Let's go.
So Chris Jones will make the first. Again, that foul puts London over the limit for the rest of the quarter. 4:22 still to play.
Big difference here. And Chris, we talked about KW maybe not taking advantage in their game when they had a chance at the bonus for a good chunk of time. This is Windsor's chance. It's key because it stops the clock, can stop momentum.
Can Windsor make London pay in a way KW couldn't? We'll find out. 59-43 after the free throws. Bolden, size mismatch on Jones. Goes right at Jones. Affected. Pass is going to get picked off, and the Express are back the other way. This is Tate. Goes up with it. No good. Patillo gets the rebound. Patillo working inside. Gets it knocked away by Williams. They'll call the foul.
Again, there's just an added energy boost here by the Windsor Express. Juan Patillo getting to the boards. Had 16 last game. Shouldn't be surprised. Rebounds last game. Trying to make his impact on the offensive glass a little bit more in this one.
Patillo makes the first.
And those are the sort of plays, we always talk, obviously the points matter, but can you make those impact plays that maybe lead to even a teammate getting a point, Chris?
Patillo makes them both. And, we talk about how key Jones was in the third, how key Anderson was in the fourth, but it was Patillo start to finish who was reliable for them. Williams Jr. into the rim and in.
That's not going to help you get back, though. That was a complete miscommunication. Kirk Williams Jr. right down Main Street.
Jones, pull up three, no good. Otley recovers. Otley over to Patillo. Oh, he had Jones open if he looked. Patillo gets it stripped. Mo Bolden up to Williamson. 1-on-2. Williamson up with it. Good.
1-on-2, but with Garrett Williamson, you probably need all five guys back in transition.
Ryan Anderson almost picked off by Capers. He commits the foul trying to get the ball.
See, that was the play that London was making earlier. They were trapping. It looked like Anderson right there, and you basically, like in football, the coffin corner using that half court line as essentially the baseline and out of bounds, and then being able to have like a guy like Capers swoop in. Just a little bit late, and that's why Otley is able to make the first of his 2 free throws.
So again, London over the limit means that it's going to be free throws for Otley as he's good on the first. 63-46, 3:17 to play. Otley good on both.
And here we are, Chris. Look at that lead.
Slowly but surely, the Express clawing into it. Williamson. Down low to Bolden. Anderson just gets in the way, but not enough. Bolden able to finish.
Will Bolden using the size advantage. Again, the versatility inside and outside, using the post moves on that one.
Jones cuts around Bolden. Corner to Tate. Corner 3. No good. Otley Jr., he's going to push Capers down to the ground trying to get that rebound.
Good hustle by Otley Jr., unfortunately a little too aggressive.
London maintaining that 18-point gap. Capers sets up the offense once again. Williamson gets cleared out by Bolden, but also gets stripped. Williamson over to Capers. Over to Bolden. 3, no good. Tate back the other way. Bounce pass too strong for Patillo. And that's another turnover by the Windsor Express.
Again, unfortunately, we don't have live stats, but this has been a lot of turnovers for Windsor. We talked about that was really one of the major factors in their downfall in last game, Chris. Unfortunately for Windsor fans, it's rearing its ugly head again.
Again, realistically, Windsor had 11 turnovers. If you turn half of those lost possessions into points, you win the game pretty easily. Capers, 3, no good. Tate with the rebound. 2 minutes to play. Tate over to Anderson, covered by Ware, gets around Ware, goes up and finishes. Great 3-point opportunity for Ryan Anderson.
I mean, the threat of a Ryan Anderson jump shot is so pronounced that you have to get up on him. Obviously, what he's developed over his years is his ability to make a play and attack the closeout. Did that, and great body control and a little flip to put it in.
One shot for Anderson here. Makes it.
I think if you get this to, say, 10 points, if you're Windsor, you're thrilled.
Considering where they were, I think 15 is an accomplishment.
Yeah, that's a good point too, Chris.
Williamson over to Bolden. Swiped at by Anderson, loses control. Patillo back the other way. Patillo. I believe they're going to call the blocking foul on Williamson on that one.
They're going to call a block. How many times have we seen Garrett Williamson make a play like that where it's actually a charge? They're going to coaching.
65-50, minute 33 to play. Patillo shooting 2 at the line. Makes the first.
What a high arching jump shot. I always remark about it with Juan Patillo, but it's so effective.
Crowd trying to distract him. Might work on the second one. 65-51 now. Ware. Over to Williams. They're looking to create something for Bolden there. It doesn't happen. Anderson just kind of throws an arm out there and finds the ball. Bolden, 4 on the shot clock, just throws it away. Chris Jones knocks it out of bounds. London's still in a tough spot, though. 2 on the shot clock.
Let's see what they have drawn up. 2 seconds. You probably have enough time for a full jump shot.
Ware turns around, shoots it. No good. Back the other way, the Express. Bolden gets a hand on it, picks it off.
Oh, over and back.
So that's going to be an over and back call on Bolden. He picked it off, but then passed it to a Lightning player on the wrong side of the half-court line.
Great idea to try to get to one of your playmakers in the open court. Unfortunate where he landed.
Sometimes when you get a steal like that, the adrenaline's flowing and you're just thinking, make a play, make a play. I think that's what caught him there. Anderson, deep three-pointer, no good. Coach not thrilled with that one. Here's Capers. Over to Ware. Ware drives in. Can't finish. Capers the tip. That'll go.
Great play by Marcus Capers. Again, the amount of plays that are actually drawn up for him are very minimal. That's how he makes an impact offensively.
25 points in their last meeting. Picked off by Ware. Another turnover. Ware slams it home.
Chris, how many times have we seen this? They trap Windsor in basically the coffin corner, and then the third man tries to pick off the pass. Windsor's going to have to draw up something to avoid that.
Down low to Patillo. Lobbed in there. Patillo finishes.
That was a man's basket. Juan Patillo turned the shoulder. You're not getting in front of that. Laid it in.
London nearly at 70 before the half. Down low to Williams Jr. Great pass to Gaines. Ware thinks about the shot. Opts against it. Capers. Forced to throw it up there. Not going to go.
I mean, Chris, the way that's been for London, did you not expect that to go in?
Just about. So after 2 quarters of basketball, Anderson, Warmly, and back on the floor, DeAndre Thomas. And we're off as Capers takes the inbound, covered by Tate. Ware. Over to Phillips. Phillips, pass to Williamson. Williamson up with it, and one opportunity.
Again, London with a great first possession. Breaking down the Windsor defense, aggressive, getting to the rim. Nice awareness by Phillips with the pass, giving up a good opportunity for a great opportunity. And Garrett Williamson at the free throw line.
And I think Phillips was thinking pass that whole way, but he also knew he could give Williamson some space by just taking a dribble. Well, here's a different look. Patillo takes the ball up the court. Warmly. Down low, here's Patillo again. Spins off Williamson, goes up with it. Tough finish, makes it.
Great move. There was a mismatch caused by, it looked like Williamson and Bolden getting caught up on a screen. Took full advantage.
Phillips the three, no good. Williamson collects. Capers. Over to Bolden in the corner. Extra pass to Ware. Ware over to Capers. Capers pass to Phillips, doesn't go.
I liked the attempt. You had Ryan Anderson on Marvin Phillips, but if you're Marcus Capers, you had DeAndre Thomas guarding you out in the perimeter. I would have liked to see him do something with that.
Here's Juan Patillo. Over to Warmly. Tate works around the screen, doesn't like what he sees. Patillo now. Swiped at by Mo Bolden. Pardon me, they're going to say that was out of bounds off of Patillo. Bolden gets the ball.
Active hands there, Chris. Not reaching, just being aggressive. Like that.
Capers. This is Ware. Working around the express defense. Ends up in Phillips' hands. Finish.
Almost a little volleyball tap pass there after he lost it. Martin Phillips with a nice finish.
Anderson down low to Thomas, no good. Too much heat on the pass. London with the ball back. Another turnover for the Express.
Again, Chris, the stat maybe not showing as many turnovers as we thought, but they've been unbelievably impactful.
13-7 the turnovers. Windsor with 13. And I know that doesn't sound like a wide margin, but when 5 of those happen in the first 2 minutes, it's a big reason why Windsor's in the hole.
Loud turnovers, Chris.
Tate gets the ball. Patillo off the glass and in. Juan Patillo. Another tough finish. Again, this time he goes to the line.
Yeah, we're seeing Juan Patillo. It seems like a concerted or concentrated effort to get Juan Patillo a touch every time down the floor here. Maybe not his loudest first half. That's 3 straight possessions where it's been Juan Patillo. Unfortunately, on the one, dribbled it off his own foot due to Mo Bolden, but clearly trying to get him touches.
Patillo doesn't make the free throw as the Lightning go quickly back the other way. Capers fakes the pass, finishes. Beautiful play, Marcus Capers.
Little Euro step in there. That was nice. Marcus Capers with a nice fake.
That's going to be a push-off by Warmly. He just pushed Capers away from him on the run.
Again, that just shows Marcus Capers able to keep up with Warmly in the open court on top of being able to create a great offensive play. Can't say enough good things about Marcus Capers' game when he's locked in.
I believe that's going to be a technical. on Juan Patillo. Pardon me, it's on Terrell Tate. I think DeAndre Thomas is yelling at him that you can't yell.
You're already in the hole. Last thing you need to do is give the London Lightning more opportunity to build a lead. And Chris, we're right back up here.
Bolden misses the tack.
At 76-57.
And London only opening the lead since the start of the quarter. Across the court to Williamson. One-on-one with Anderson. Kicks it out to Phillips. Bolden now. Sizing up Patillo. Cross court to Phillips. Open. Three. No good. Anderson collects. Deep three from Anderson. No good. And that's the Lightning getting the ball back. Ooh, he thought about the long pass there. He had Garrett Williamson. Instead holds on. Williamson now goes up with it. Thomas commits the foul. That's 3 on Thomas in the game now.
Saying if I'm DeAndre Thomas, I have every right to be mad about that play. People were not getting back, and now DeAndre Thomas has to take the foul to stop the easy bucket.
And again, Thomas is not a guy you want picking up too many fouls. You want to be able to play him as much as you can.
He's going to already be playing a physical game and probably grab some fouls. Last thing he wants to be doing is having to bail out his team just from a lack of effort getting back and a lack of communication.
So we're now back to a 20-point game after that free throw. Williamson looking to add another. Makes it. 21-point game. Lightning 78. Express 57. This is Wormley. Cuts inside. Great pass to Patillo and finishes.
Wow, where has that been for Windsor? Great play by Wormley, who also had a quieter first half. Great play cutting through the lane.
Bolden. Bit of a mismatch with Tate. Goes inside to Williamson. He was harassed by Anderson. No good. Tate back the other way. Full speed ahead. Swatted by Marcus Capers. Anderson collects and finishes.
Great play by Anderson, being Johnny on the spot there, able to make the play.
Williamson. Where now? Working around the perimeter. Throws it inside to Phillips. Bolden's open for 3. Hesitates. Goes back to Phillips. One-on-one with Thomas. Thomas affects him enough. Forced to take a tough shot. Won't go. Tate back the other way. Long pass for Patillo. Patillo loses his dribble. DeAndre Thomas at the perimeter. Dribbles in. Thomas rumbles on in. No good. Marvin Phillips collects.
Man advantage here if they...
Williamson almost picked off by Anderson. Ware gets it. Corner 3 for Bolden. Takes it. No good. And I believe they're going to call a foul on Williamson in his attempt to rebound over DeAndre Thomas there. We're going to look here, the beautiful behind-the-back pass from Wormley to Patillo.
Also give
Patillo a great finish.
Yeah, give credit to DeAndre Thomas setting an amazing screen to give Wormley that type of space, Chris.
Wormley. Thought about the 3, opts against it. Patillo now. Cross court to Anderson. Deep 3-pointer. Can't get that to go. Thomas collects the rebound. Big man, big bucket. Thomas.
You're not moving him when he wants to get space and he's going to box you out and get that offensive rebound. You're not moving DeAndre Thomas. Nice touch at the end there.
78-63 for the London Lightning over the Express. 7 minutes to play in the quarter. Capers harassed by Jones. That's going to be a reach it. Pardon me, travel on Capers. The fans not very happy.
Chris Jones doing a great job getting under the dribble level of Marcus Capers, forcing a turnover.
So A.J. Gaines and Kirk Williams Jr. into the game. Looks like a bit of miscommunication here because I think the refs talked about it, and now they're going to give the reach-in on Jones.
I was about to give credit. I just gave credit for a great aggressive play, and
I think after some discussion, the refs are deciding that it's going to go on Jones.
I mean, you're happy to see the refs discuss and try to put all of them have a different advantage.
And we're back. Bolden. Over to Capers. Capers cuts inside, up and around, no good. He's going to get fouled, and Capers looks like he's in a bit of pain.
Yeah, he basically had no chance to brace himself. He was going for a really athletic reverse layup. Again, athleticism and Marcus Capers go hand in hand as we're going to see the defensive play he made.
This is the block here on Terrell Tate. Big swat.
Left-handed, offhand. I mean,
and Capers makes his first.
You've got to get some air time to be able to use your offhand on a block like that, Chris. Or the ball, or I should say, not an offhand in the case of Capers as a lefty, but the hand that's away furthest from the ball, to use that as your blocking hand. That's impressive.
17-point lead for the Lightning, 80-63, 6:47 to play. Anderson cutting inside, lobs it up for Walker. It's good.
Great play. Walker showing that length and nice little touch around the rim.
We're back to a 15-point game now. Bolden over to Gaines. Great pass. Great finish. A.J. Gaines.
That's a mismatch. I mean, A.J. Gaines is already taller, and then you add his athleticism. Great play down low.
Jones working around Bolden. Over to Patillo. Patillo gets Gaines to jump. Cuts inside, off the glass, everything but in. Juan Patillo's going to go to the line for two.
Nice play by Juan Patillo, doing almost everything you can without getting the bucket to try to carry a bit more of an offensive load here in this third quarter, Chris.
(82-65). Patillo can't connect on the first.
Got to make your free throws, especially when you're down in this game. Can't be giving up points when you're at the line.
You need every opportunity to go for you. Misses them both. Wasted possession for the Express. Ware setting up the offense. Thinks about the three on Walker. Instead, it's going to go Bolden. Lightning working around the perimeter. Back to Bolden. Three. Good!
I love that play from Mo Bolden. He obviously had played with Royce White for a while. That quick cross-court pass then allowed him to space himself back out when it came right around. Shot preparation was good.
Warmly swatted by Bolden. Bolden salutes the ball out of the crowd. Oh, my goodness. We have a media timeout as we look at this Bolden swat. Franchises, you're looking at 6 NBLC championships on the floor. 2 from Windsor, 4 from London. Patillo gets the inbound. Over to Anderson. Back down to Patillo. Cuts inside. Help comes from Williams Jr. Nothing going. Williams Jr. over to Bolden. Down low. This is Gaines. Works on Wormley. High jumper, no good. Ty Walker, the rebound, fouled by Kirk Williams Jr.
I loved that play by Gaines, just unable to finish. Again, if he just continues to add a few little extra dimensions to his game, scary, the potential.
This is Wormley. Pull up three, no good. Kirk Williams Jr. back the other way. Ware. Over to Bolden. Three. Good.
Big three, Mo Bolden. Again, he has been absolutely... We talk about him as a closer. He's just been good the entire game, Chris.
Standout performance for the London. Almost big man, almost wing. Wormley.
Wow.
And down low to Walker. Walker can't finish. Great defense by Ware, able to affect that play enough. Bolden thought about the three, cross court to Williams Jr. Cuts inside, dishes it to Capers. Lightning moving the ball all over the court, but not finding an opportunity.
Mismatch down low.
Bolden back to Williams Jr. Open three, good.
You know what?
This match up high too.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's not about always scoring in the mismatch. It's making the defense scared, and then you find the open man. That was a very much, we saw Royce White, and I think Mo Bolden's taken a lot from his experience playing with him. That was a great awareness pass. That quick cross court, like almost a bullet across for a three-pointer. And Kirk Williams Jr., great shot preparation. Again, London, unbelievably impressive on offense today, Chris. 91 with still about 4 minutes to go.
London could be looking at breaking 100 before the end of the third. AJ Gaines committing the foul on that one. Ryan Anderson to the line for three.
And I also want to make another point, Chris. We're noticing on defense, London, especially these past two games, I've noticed a lot of the leading to trapping. A lot more trapping on defense. You know, throwing different defenders, a second defender at you. When you're not expecting it. I think it was a big part of this early lead that London had. We've seen even Juan Patillo in the post where almost Mo Bolden lets him go baseline, and then the second defender just shows up out of nowhere, forcing tough plays.
91-67, pardon me. Anthony Otley getting ready to check into the game. Ware, three, good.
Also, they're just not missing. But again, here's the thing though, Chris. Those are non-contested threes.
Jones trying to get something going for the Express. Patillo, no good on the jumper. They're going to call a foul on the floor on Kirk Williams Jr.
I mean, the offense for London, they're not. Those threes are open. These are professional shooters. They're going to make those shots, especially when the team is hot.
Wormley to inbound.
Oh,
Anderson open, corner three, no good. Down low, Otley finishes. Out of bounds off of Ryan Anderson there.
Ware Jr. tried to...
Ware thought he had the long ball.
Yeah, go to Kirk Williams.
Alex Johnson getting ready to check into the game. Williams Jr. tried to go back to Capers. Scramble a bit. Windsor able to pick it up. Anderson. Corner of the key jumper, good. I think that was more about just getting himself going a bit, too.
Absolutely. You just need to see the ball go through the hoop, Chris. If you're Ryan Anderson.
94-71. Deep pass to Kirk Williams Jr. Down low on Jones. Mismatch. Williams Jr. going to get fouled by Jones. I believe they're going to say that was on the floor. Alex Johnson into the game. Marcus Capers going to check out. Johnson. Here's that matchup they wanted again. Williams Jr.
That's two quick ones on Jones. Again in that mismatch. Kirk Williams can play a physical game too, and especially when you're the smaller guy. Tough assignment.
It also puts the Express over the limit with 2:42 to play here in the third, so Kirk Williams Jr. getting free throws. No good on the first. Misses them both. Still 94-71. Anderson cutting inside. Ditches Kirk Williams. Wormley open three. No good. Mo Bolden tries to come up with it. They're going to call a jump ball, arrow in Windsor's favor.
Great aggressive play by Chris Jones. Keeping possession for the Windsor Express against a much bigger man in Mo Bolden.
Almost an incredible play as Wormley was trying to feed Patillo. Otley, great spin move. Can't make the tough finish, but Gaines is going to pick up a foul.
Wow, Juan Patillo on the inbound play. They almost pulled what AJ Gaines tried to pull in the previous game. Just lob it to your most athletic guy. Let him go get it. And then Otley Jr. with one heck of a spin move.
Marvin Phillips getting ready to check into the game for the Lightning. Otley makes his free throws. So Bolden's going to take a breather. Phillips into the game now. Nice round of applause for Mo Bolden.
Well deserved.
Gaines. Over to Phillips. Williams Jr. now. Backing down Otley. Just kind of goes up with it. No good. Otley able to affect the shot. I've noticed when Otley's on the floor, they seem to want to attack him. Jones. Covered by Kirk Williams Jr. Ware strips it out of Patillo's hands.
Forced that pass, Chris. Didn't really have a lane.
Ware, bounce pass. That's also knocked away.
Literally did the same thing the other way, forcing the pass.
Phillips commits the foul there. Stops a fast break.
Otley Jr. been an important player here in this game, and again, it's not exactly the way Windsor has wanted it to go, but he's been the reason it hasn't been maybe uglier. Him, Jones, I think, you've seen a little bit from Patillo. Just hasn't been enough as a collective right now, Chris.
Makes free throws. Well, at least we're back within 20. 94-75. Gaines over to Williams Jr. Spins off Otley. Tough shot, can't make it. Gaines elevates for the rebound. Gets knocked out of bounds by Anderson. They're going to call the foul there on Anderson.
Gaines just, with that athleticism, he was going to get the ball.
For almost the entirety of the fourth quarter after this.
Yeah, I would be stunned if he's not out here for the entire fourth quarter. A.J. Gaines is we've talked about the kicks in some of these other games. A.J. Gaines with a little bit of bling on the shoes. That patent leather shining on the light with the lights. A little less of compared to some of the other games we've seen. A little more muted.
Yeah, we haven't seen a neon color yet, so that's nice, other than Xavier Moon's shoe, of course. Warmly, bounce pass to Patillo, and that's going to be a foul. London over the limit, Patillo goes to the line.
And clearly there's been an effort in this third quarter to get Juan Patillo more touches. Unfortunately for Windsor, it just hasn't been consistent enough execution to really take advantage of that strategy.
Kirk Williams Jr. to the bench, Garrett Williamson into the game. Patillo makes his first. Makes them both. (96-77), 1:19 to play. This is Alex Johnson. Almost gets the strip by Jones. Johnson pumps the three, works around Patillo, mid-range jumper, bounces around, the shooter's roll works.
Shooter's roll, great move getting Juan Patillo up in the air and then stepping around him for the jumper.
Jones swatted by Gaines. Fast break the other way. Phillips takes the ball, up the court to Johnson, lob, Gaines, slam!
Oh, man! Wow.
Warmly. Answer needed. Warmly blocked by Phillips. This is Ware back the other way. Ware swatted by Warmly. They're going to call the foul there. Gaines almost with the putback.
Can we check if he has just pogo sticks? He's got to have like pogo sticks for legs. That's insane, Chris.
We'll see this here. Here's the block first.
Man, and these are the toughest blocks. Man on man block.
And then back the other
what
way.
A pass by
Great
Phillips.
pass by Phillips. Great pass by Johnson. And Gaines elevates and finishes.
2 hands for safety.
So again, London 101 points before the fourth quarter has even started.
but the athleticism to block, when you're playing man-to-man defense, a lot of times that's not where the block happens. It's usually the help defender coming over. The difficulty level added to it, and Gaines just without athleticism, who cares about a difficulty level?
Wormley to the bench, Tate into the game, 102-77. 22 seconds left, 14 on the shot clock. Tate, Griffiths calling for the pass. Desperately wants that ball, doesn't get it. Tate able to get 2.
Yeah,
Lightning back
easy.
the other way. Johnson over to Gaines. Pull up 3, drills it. He is feeling it.
Welcome, these past 2 games, welcome to AJ Gaines in his evolution.
Quarters of basketball, he has 3 missed shots.
Wow.
3 missed shots. Incredible effort from Gaines. Leading scorer for the Windsor Express, still Chris Jones at 17, Patillo at 15, and Otley Jr. at 15 as well.
Oh boy.
Gaines cuts inside, slam!
Wow.
Jones. Pump fakes. Kicks it across. Griffiths, the 3, no good. Collects his own rebound. Up again, no good. Front of the rim twice. Patillo back outside to Jones. Deep 3, good.
Wow. Chris Jones with the deep 3. We saw a lot of that in the last game.
Again, last game, it was Windsor coming back late. Gaines. Bounce pass to Phillips. Phillips barely keeps it in. Great effort. Williamson up with it. Can't finish. But that's going to be a foul on the Express.
And that was all a lot of play just to get to this replay, Chris. AJ Gaines, the aggressive play by...
as soon as you saw him turn the corner here.
Wow.
Defender wanted nothing to do with that.
Nothing to do with it. You could see Griffiths made the attempt to get the steal, but unfortunately he had no backside defense to help him out. And any help defense that did come was a second or just a little step too late, and that's all AJ Gaines needs to get up in the air, Chris.
108-82 after the Williamson free throws. 11:05 to play here in the fourth. Jones needs to get something going. Does.
Going to need even more from him than what he provided last game to get them back into it, but that's a good start.
If I'm the Windsor Express, he's the only guy who shoots the ball in this quarter.
Absolutely.
Other than a certain man named Ryan.
He's got to touch the ball every possession.
Garrett Williamson over to Johnson. 3, no good. Terrell Tate with the rebound. Tate quickly back down the court. Jones, another deep 3. No good this time. Gaines with the rebound. .4 lead for the Lightning. Williamson turns around. Can't get the layup. It was too easy for him. Otley back the other way. Otley swiped out on his way to the rim. He's going to go to the line and shoot 2.
Otley has been again, there have been a few bright spots for Windsor. Otley Jr., I would say, is one of them. He's played a very solid game. Unfortunately, they don't need solid right now, Chris. They need extraordinary.
Otley makes the first. Makes them both. 108-86. Josiah Moore for the Lightning up the floor. Over to Williamson. Gaines. Pump fakes. Works around Griffiths. Great extra pass. Moore for 3. No good. Back the other way are the Express. Lightning wanted a call. Tate. Defended well by Williamson. Played that perfectly. Johnson back the other way. Johnson to Moore. Moore swiped at. He's going to go to the line.
Good seeing Josiah Moore here getting a few extra minutes. Running the floor with Superman Johnson. Unable to finish, but getting fouled. Coach Etherington looking for still working the referees for that call for the three-pointer Moore took in the corner. Looks like a technical on the bench of London.
Getherington really unhappy that he didn't get the foul on the Josiah Moore three-point attempt.
It doesn't look like it was actually on Etherington. It looks like it was somebody on the London bench.
So a bench technical on the Lightning. Etherington not happy. Moore misses the first. Makes the second. 109-86. Jones cuts inside straight to the rim and in.
Great play by Jones.
No time wasted.
None wasted. He's been really keeping the offense going for Windsor.
Williamson crosses over Otley, cuts inside. Phillips, corner three, no good. Moore skies into the play. Doesn't get the rebound, though. 109-88, 9:16 to play.
Those are the type of plays, though, as a coach, you look at and you say, I might give that guy some more minutes.
We're going to wish a happy birthday here as we have a break to the London Lightning stats keeper and their official baker as well, Brenda Schultz, one of the unsung heroes of this franchise. Has a birthday on Tuesday, so we're wishing her a happy birthday today.
Great to see all the people behind the scenes that make this work, Chris.
A little delay in play here. This is Chris Jones at the free throw line. 109-90. Williamson checking out of the game. Marcus Capers checking back in as the crowd gives a nice hand to Garrett Williamson. Pardon me, that's 6 on Garrett Williamson.
As he joins the crowd over there, getting a nice little seat.
Jones makes good on the free throw. 9:08 to play here in the fourth. Capers working on Patillo. Down low, pass to Ware. Gets knocked out of bounds by Tate.
Right idea, tough pass though. Not much of a lane.
Phillips. Working on Patillo. Works around him beautifully.
Wow.
Great footwork.
What a step under Marvin Hakeem Olajuwon Phillips there.
Griffiths, a nice little shimmy. Gets some space. Can't make the shot, though. Still a 20-point game. Moore works around Griffiths. Goes straight to the rim and can't quite finish. Phillips with the putback.
Aggressive drive by Moore drew the defender away so that Phillips could get the tip in.
Jones down low to Patillo. Patillo open. He's going to get fouled and go to the line again.
Now those were two leapers there, A.J. Gaines and Juan Patillo. Going up, a little rim warfare it looked like was about to happen. But Juan Patillo going to the line.
Patillo good on the first. Makes them both. Anderson and Daniel Dooley into the game. First time we've seen Dooley tonight. 113-93, 8:09 to play. Capers harassed at midcourt by Otley. And I think they're going to call the foul on, pardon me, they're going to call the 8-second backcourt violation. So that means Windsor's going to get the ball here. DeAndre Thomas into the game. Patillo going to take a breather.
Again, Otley has played a very solid game here.
If you can get a little bit more out of some of the more primetime scores, Otley's numbers really look even more impressive.
Absolutely.
Jones cutting inside on Capers. Capers got a hand on it. Ware recovers. Deep pass to Moore. Moore goes up with it, slams it.
Josiah Moore getting out again. Just everybody from London, as soon as the turnover happened, turning around. It just happened to be Josiah Moore at the head of the pack.
Anderson, deep three, no good. Jones almost got the rebound there. Capers collects. Ware. Taking all the time in the world, because why not? Gaines, jumper, no good. Anderson back the other way. Deep three from the Bud Gardens logo, can't make it.
Just not his night so far, Chris. Ryan Anderson.
Here's Ware, tons of space, takes the three, drills it.
Nobody marking Kevin Ware in transition. And another three from London that's essentially wide open.
25-point game now. Anderson, another three, drills it this time. Jalen Bab Harrison getting ready to check into the game.
Killing clock here, Chris.
9 on the shot clock. Ware lobs up to Phillips. Phillips brings it down, swarmed. That's going to be a shot clock violation.
We have Ella celebrating a birthday with us. Ella,
Bab Harrison checking into the game now. Josiah Moore going to take a breather.
Josiah Moore, with some very solid minutes there, Chris.
Jones, deep three, bang.
Windsor just trying to snipe their way back into this game with some threes. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, though, Chris.
Back to 20, 6 minutes to play. Capers. Over to Phillips. Over to Gaines. Great passing from London. Ware. Taking his time. Great play to Phillips. Up and under and in.
Absolutely perfection in the two-man game there between the big and the wing. Kevin Ware just feeding to Marvin Phillips.
So for the and one opportunity, here's Marvin Phillips. Makes it. Jones needs to get something going. Over to DeAndre, 12 on the shot clock. Takes the jumper, no good. Alex Johnson dribbles away from pressure. Back to Johnson, deep three, no good. Phillips almost skies into the play for the rebound, but Anderson collects. Anderson to Dooley, three, no good. That's Otley, collects, finishes.
Great play by Otley. Don't tell him this game is over.
Marcus Capers more than willing to take his time. Attacked by Thomas, turns it over. Jones, over to Anderson. Three, no good. Lid still on the rim for Windsor.
Story of the night. Story of the night for Windsor, Chris.
Bab Harrison, double teamed. Back to Jalen Bab Harrison. Tries to dribble out of pressure. Phillips now, inside to Capers. Capers up with it, good.
Gorgeous play. Windsor trying to trap there at the end of the game to force turnovers. Bab Harrison, composure, making the pass to Marvin.
Jones hits a three.
So Windsor's offense is going to be Jones or Ryan Anderson pulling up from three here and hopefully just bagging a bunch of them here.
20-point game with Josiah Moore and Rudolph Jolie getting ready to go into the game.
4 minutes.
Johnson. Bab Harrison pump fakes Anderson, takes the three, no good. Chris Jones back the other way. Pulls up from 3-point range.
Gonna say it was on the floor. I like the idea though, thinking with Gaines all over him and essentially trying to foul him. If you felt any of that pressure, just put it up. Maybe the ref gives you that as an attempt at a shot.
So the full second unit in for the Lightning plus AJ Gaines. Jones, deep three. Almost. Bab Harrison. Covered by Dooley. Takes the three. No good. DeAndre Thomas with the rebound.
Big man pushing it up.
Otley unable to handle the pass. Moore cuts in. Great finish from Josiah Moore.
I don't know. We can hear from up here. Actually, what's great is the London bench giving some of these guys some love, saying like, "Go get him, take it, take it." You love to see that teamwork and camaraderie.
Jones tries to create space. Pass to Otley. Otley can't handle it. Jones, tough shot, can't finish. Gaines back the other way for London. Bab Harrison.
Ooh.
Dribbles away from pressure. Nice job stopping there. Thomas down the floor. Anderson to Otley. Slam.
Otley Jr. We're going to show Otley Jr. here for the dunk. He's honestly been a bright spot for Windsor. He's done a little bit of everything, including scoring and getting out in transition here.
Cross court here to Gaines. Gaines is going to take the three. No good. Bab Harrison collects. Three from Johnson. No good. Jones back the other way. Dooley cuts inside. Goes for the layup.
Wow.
Gaines really going after the block there. Dooley finishes anyway.
Nice play by Dooley. I don't know if I would have had that type of composure finishing with AJ Gaines coming down the lane, Chris.
Josiah Moore. Down low to Jolie. Jolie.
Gonna call a double dribble, it looks like.
Yeah. Ty Walker into the game now for the Express. I believe Andrew's got to feel pretty good.
Was that a turning point, Chris? You really have to wonder.
Again, we've talked about how they haven't really been fully healthy under Etherington at all this year until this stretch. Anderson. Deep three. No good. Gaines with the rebound. I imagine London's going to bleed as much clock off as they can here.
Absolutely.
Moore. Over to Bab Harrison. Three no good.
Whoa.
Gaines, the slam.
You have to box out. You have to box out AJ Gaines, or else that's going to happen. And the bench just losing their mind.
Otley cutting inside. Can't get the tough layup to go.
Oh.
Josiah Moore in considerable pain there as he ran direct.
Thomas. Not a good feeling. Josiah Moore walking, which is good. Walking off to the side there.
So Josiah Moore's going to head to the locker room.
Of course, in a game like this, you don't want to see with the score the way it is, anybody getting hurt. And especially Josiah Moore really liked his game so far today. Chris made some really good, solid role player plays, and
tough way for his nighttime.
London's going to have Coach Etherington's going to have a little bit of a problem here in the fact that he's going to have a lot of options to choose from and who to choose if London and all their guys keep playing like this. It's a great problem to have, but we're seeing a lot from these players.
Lightning trying to keep their guys on the bench. Gaines over to Johnson. Johnson pulls up. Dooley bites. Jolie harassed by Anderson. That'll send Jolie. Pardon me, it's not a shooting foul. It's on the floor, so it's going to be an inbound there. Deep three from Bab Harrison. Good.
They were looking for him this whole time, Chris, to get him some points. JBH, if he can get a rhythm going, that's another potential weapon for London.
Anderson takes the three while being fouled. 40 seconds left. Ryan Anderson to the line to shoot three. Anderson good on the first. As we take a look here.
One of many highlights, we got JBH with the miss, but you got to get a body on AJ Gaines.
Can't give him that clear path. Anderson good on the second. Misses the third. 132-109. London a little payback for that Wednesday loss.
A little bit of black and yellow playing now, Chris.
Down low to Jolie, covered by Walker. Jolie looks at the clock, sees if he needs to shoot or not. Gets it knocked away. Anderson, deep three, no good.
Story of the night.
The lid remains on the rim. As London Lightning inbound the ball, and they're just going to let the clock run out here. Alex Superman Johnson gets across half court. Seconds ticking off. Johnson realizing there's more time than he thought. 2-1 game. So after 4 quarters of basketball, the London Lightning win 132-109 over the Windsor Express.